might think your landscaping business is flying under the IRS radar, but one small mistake can move your tax return straight into audit territory. In this video, I'll share the top 5 IRS audit triggers that catch landscaping business owners off guard, and more importantly, exactly how to fix them. Mistake number one is misclassifying your crew. This is one of the most serious and costly errors a landscaping business can make, and it's also one of the most common. Calling workers independent contractors does not make them independent contractors. What the IRS looks at is control. So if you set the schedule, assign the jobs, provide the equipment, and direct how the work is done, those workers are employees in the eyes of the IRS. Misclassification allows businesses to avoid payroll taxes, which is why the IRS and the Department of Labor aggressively enforce this area. When workers are misclassified, payroll taxes are not withheld or paid, and that's revenue the government takes very seriously. So if you are caught, you can owe back payroll taxes, plus penalties, interest, and in some cases, additional fines if the misclassification is considered intentional. The fix is straightforward, but it's important. If workers operate as part of your crew, put them on payroll. If you're not sure whether someone qualifies as an employee or a contractor, default to employee status or consult a professional before the issue becomes too expensive. Now, mistake number two is failing to file 1099s correctly. If you paid an individual or an unincorporated business $600 or more for services during the year, you are required to issue a Form 1099 NEC. So this is going to often apply to subcontractors like your irrigation specialists, your equipment repair providers, or seasonal laborers who aren't on payroll. But what business owners don't realize is that the IRS uses automated matching systems to compare what subcontractors report as income to the 1099s filed by businesses. And when a subcontractor reports income and there's no matching 1099 form from your business, it raises an immediate red flag and can lead to follow up questions or even an audit. Now, the fix here is before you pay any contractor, you need to collect a completed W 9 and keep it on file. Track your payments throughout the year so you don't miss anything. And then at the end of the year, issue that 1099 NEC to all qualifying contractors by the filing deadline. Mistake number three is excessive or unreasonable deductions. Now, landscaping businesses have legitimate expenses, right? Fuel, vehicle maintenance, equipment repairs, insurance, supplies. But where the problem comes in is when those deductions are inflated, when they're inconsistent, or they're not documented. The IRS is going to compare your deductions to other landscaping businesses of similar size, income, and location. And if your expenses are significantly higher than industry norms, your return is more likely to be flagged and reviewed. Now, vehicle deductions, those are one of the biggest problem areas. Claiming 100% business use of a vehicle without a detailed mileage log, that's a common audit trigger. Meals, repairs, and supply expenses without receipts also create issues. If you're audited and you can't produce documentation, those deductions are typically disallowed, which is going to result in additional taxes, penalties, and even interest. The fix is proper record keeping and separation. So maintain a separate business bank account and business credit card and run all business transactions through them. Track your expenses accurately and keep receipts for all of your deductions. If you deduct vehicle expenses, maintain a mileage log that shows the date, mileage, and business purpose for each trip. Only deduct expenses that you can support with documentation. Mistake number four is operating as a cash heavy business without proper records. Cash itself is not illegal, but it does draw scrutiny because it's easy to underreport. Problems occur when cash isn't deposited, when expenses are paid directly with cash, or records aren't complete. The fix is to treat cash like any other form of payment. Deposit all cash into your business bank account and pay expenses from that account instead of using the cash directly to pay those expenses. Keep clear records that show where income came from and how those expenses were paid. Mistake number five is reporting losses year after year. Okay, losses are common, especially in the early stages of your landscaping business, especially then because equipment is being purchased and the business is growing. However, repeated losses year after year raise questions about whether the activity is a business or a hobby. Now, under the hobby loss rules, the IRS can disallow losses that were used to offset income if they believe there's no genuine profit motive. The fix is to operate and document your landscaping business like a for profit operation. So you're going to actively market your services and keep financial records and show efforts that you are trying to grow your revenue. Even if the business isn't profitable yet, documentation that shows you're actively working towards profitability, it's crucial. Now, these five mistakes are just some of the most common reasons that landscaping businesses get audited. Each issue on its own may seem manageable, but together they signal poor compliance. The solution is consistency, documentation, and discipline. So keep your business and personal finances separate, follow the filing requirements, and avoid trying to take shortcuts. The best protection is running your landscaping business like the professional operation it is. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like it and follow the channel. And I'll continue sharing practical tax education and strategy that you can actually apply to your business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.